So far? Yeah. So am I. Just I was a little bit too far away when I realized it was their last song. I had to catch my 60-year-old breath here. 4 hours sleep last night. Did pretty good for the night for Hempfest. I want to thank the Seattle Police Department, the Port of Seattle Police Department, Medic One, Seattle Fire Marshal's Office. I want to thank all the first responders who put their lives on the line 24 hours a day all over the world, walking into the most dangerous situations and worst accidents while we're sleeping, while we're partying, while we're working, while we're hanging out at Hempfest.
I got this.
We changed the law here so they can spend more time going after rapists and pedophiles and criminals and people like that, murderers, people that deserve to spend a long time in prison. Alex Cooley is the proprietor of Solstice. He's a righteous brother. He's a mover, a shaker, and a history maker in the cannabis movement, in the local cannabis movement. He's also an incredibly great guy. Give it up to Alex Cooley!
What up, everybody?
What up?
Hempfest, where you at? I thought I saw more people than that when I walked out. Let's give a big round of applause for the Plains. Phenomenal music. Guys, it's been a while that I've been on this stage. Not as long as many of the people you're talking to, but it has been a road. Let me tell you. I've heard the stories about the first Hempfest up on Capitol Hill when people used to get arrested at this. 21 people got arrested the first year. Now, I don't really think many people get arrested. They sure are not getting arrested for a public consumption of cannabis. That's a wonderful place that we've been. You know, 6 years ago, the first time I talked on this stage, we were debating whether or not we should legalize cannabis, and now we've got a G7 country that's going fully legal in October. Canada's putting it down. Our brothers to the north. We're a little bit behind on it though, but we're getting there. Back in the same time, the Western Washington U.S. Attorney, who was supposed to put me in prison for growing quite a few cannabis plants, Jenny Durkin, is now our mayor. And we sit down and have coffee and talk about how we're gonna strengthen Seattle cannabis. That's how far we've come. We haven't reformed every U.S. attorney, though we have done a good job. We also got John McKay. He's a wonderful man. Supposed to put a lot of us in prison. Kind of extradited Mark Emery a little while ago. But it's okay, they're friends now. Sad to say, which I assume you know, kind of got the worst attorney we've ever had at the head of all the attorneys. Mr. Wonderful Jeff Sessions, our general, some say, a man so backwards he's out of 1960 Alabama. And it is still sad to report that not everyone has all the freedoms that you have. Not everyone has all the freedoms we have. And truthfully, your freedoms and my freedoms ebb and flow as we move about. So I'm going to just make the assumption, feel free to raise your hand or make some noise with me to confirm that you might have some herb in your pocket right now. I know I do. And feel free to raise your hand, feel free to, cheer, feel free to do it. Maybe you're going to put one in the air a little bit later, right? Maybe you're putting one in the air now. I highly encourage it. If you jump about 250 miles east of here to Idaho, all y'all going to jail. And the sad truth of it is, our brothers and sisters who may have a different skin color are getting twice the sentence that you're going to get, that I'm going to get. That shit is still happening right over that way. And I can confirm it because I was just there 2 days ago, and let me fucking tell you, I was paranoid. So paranoid. I hadn't been that paranoid smoking a joint walking down the street in quite some time. All right, I'll come for it later. My brother. I appreciate you. So know that we still got work to do. There are still people who are being put in handcuffs for doing what that man's doing right there. for just putting one in the air. That's insane. That's still happening around the world, even though Canada's getting it done, even though Uruguay's getting it done. Not everybody's getting it done, so we all got work to do. We got to be responsible about it. We also got work to do here.
His name is Kevin, right?
By being the first who did this, we might have not done it right. We got it a little bit wrong. So, 6 years ago when we were having the debates, we were really concerned about three big things. We were really concerned about DUID. Really concerned that 5 nanograms of metabolized or non-metabolized THC, science, is going to put a lot of people in jail, especially minorities. Well, happy to report, DUIDs have not gone up. We're pretty good. We've done all right. We were really worried about the taxes. If you remember, 75% tax. Well, we haven't done such a great job with that one. It's 47.1% tax here in the city of Seattle. So, I mean, I'm all for paying for roads and education and all that sort of stuff, but when you buy a $10 gram, $4.70 of it going to the state when they're not really too keen on us is a bit of a problem to me. Which comes to my third point that we were also concerned about. We were also concerned that the little guy was going to get squeezed out. That the small family farm, that the small shop owner, that the guys who just put their neck on the line, the girls that wanted to put a plant in the ground to make sure that someone with cancer had medicine, we were really worried they were going to get squeezed out. And I hate to tell you, they're getting squeezed out. The taxes are a big part of it, and us wanting pot for less is a big part of it. So, what we can do now and what we can do here is we can all vote with our dollar. We can choose to know our grower again. You remember back in the day when you knew your grower? When you went to your plug who grew it, and you'd see his fertilizers, you'd see the pesticides, you knew how she was putting that plant together, how it was being harvested, how it was being cured, and how it's been put in your hand. You can still do that. You need to do that again. We need to do that again. Go back and know your grower. Vote for quality. Vote for sustainability. Vote for sun-grown. Vote for the terps. Let's get back to the terps. Why are we all about THC? Let's get back to the terps, people. But most importantly, this weekend, make sure you enjoy your freedoms. Put one in the air, Hempfest. Thank you so much.
Alex